One. Okay. Welcome everyone to joining our second discussion. This is our group discussion video 2 for our LAX2047 Poetic Society. We are from group 14 and we consist of 6 people. First of all, I would like all of us to do an introduction. My name is Eng Kah Yang. My metric number is 196105. I'm from the Faculty of Forestry and Environmental Science. Next, Jin Hao.
Hi, my name is Chong Jiin Hao, and my matrix number is 196619. I'm a current third year student and study of Bachelor of Environmental Science and Technology from Faculty of Forestry and Environment. So I will pass to Junho.
Hey everyone, my name is Jun Huo. So I'm currently studying Bachelor of Environmental Science and Technology from Faculty of Forestry and Environment. So I'm currently studying at home also. Yeah. So nice to meet you all. Yeah. So now I'll pass to my partner Ammar to talk about himself. Yeah.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you guys again. My name is Ammar Wahid and my metric number 201315, and I'm currently in my second year studying Bachelor of Science Forestry. And I will pass to Rahman.
Thank you, Ammar. My name is Ahmad Mujibur Rahman bin Hamzah. My metric number is 201314. I'm studying in Science of Forestry at the Faculty of Forestry and Environment. Next, I would like to pass to Luqman.
Thank you, Rahman. My name is Luqman Hakim bin Musa. My metric number is 192443, and I'm a final year student from Bachelor of Computer and Communication Systems Engineering from Faculty of Engineering.
Okay, thank you everyone for your introduction. Today, our second discussion video, we will have the first group, which consists of Ammar, Luqman, and Rahman to recite the first poem to us. And the first poem is about the COVID-19 team. And let's welcoming to their first poem. Thank you very much. And you guys can start now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will start first. And this poem is titled "And People Stayed Home" by Kathleen O'Meara. And people stayed home and read books and listen and rested and exercised and made art and played and learned new ways of being and thought and listened deeper.
Someone meditated, someone prayed, someone danced, someone met their shadows, and people begin to think differently. And people heal. And in the absence of people who live in arrogant ways, dangerous, meaningless, and heartless.
Even the earth began to heal, and when the danger ended, and people found each other grief for the dead people, and they made new choice and dreamed of new vision and created ways of life and healed the earth completely, just as they were healed themselves. That's all from one pass back to host Eng Kah Yang.
Okay, thank you very much. Since all of us agree that we will have the second recite, so we can repeat again and listen it one time again and feeling it. Thank you very much. And Luqman, please.
Thank you, Kah Yang. And people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played and learned new ways of being and thought and listened deeper.
Someone meditated, someone prayed, someone danced, someone met the shadows, and people begin to think differently, and people heal. And in the absence of people who live in arrogant ways, dangerous, meaningless, and heartless.
Even the earth began to heal. And when the danger ended, and people found each other, grief for the dead people, and they made new choice, and dream of new vision, and created new ways of life, and healed the earth completely, just as they will themselves. Right, that's all about and people stay home.
Okay. Thank you very much for three of you to present the poem. How about the other audience think about or feeling about this poem, and even the presenter yourself? Do you have any feelings to this poem?
How about first present? How about your first verse?
Okay, I can start first. For Luqman part, right, I can listen that the first word of the poem is quite consistent. It start with the word and then for Rahman part, I think the word is also consistent for the first word. It starts with someone, and then it follows by a verb behind it. And then for Ammar part, is a bit inconsistent except for one sentence only. Every sentences also start with the word and. And for me, overall, I enjoyed this poem. How do the others think?
For me, I think the poem is quite easy to understanding because it uses a really simple word that we can understand it easily. How about the others?
For me, for me is I think it's quite or the just now the Ammar says quite Rahman says is quite easy to understand. I very agree that because all the word that's quite that using in this poem is all are not that have a deep meaning for the words or have other meaning of the words. So and some of the words that for example like in make art and play, someone can explain that or anyone have any idea what is it talking about for the first part, which is that and people stay home and and read books and listen and rest and exercise and make art and play and learn new ways of being and stop and listen deeper. How about you? Have any explanation about the first part of the poem?
I think I like to explain it. The first verse is talk about the as the pandemic happened, the new normal ways of living after the pandemic occur is also happen. So this verse is show that it is about the new normal ways of living nowadays.
Yeah, I agree with Rahman. I think the first few verse it's more on when the pandemic started to occur, the people they just like the first word, first line it said that the people stayed at home, and I think they do majority of their daily work from home, like art, play, exercise. I think they do it in their home or in the general vicinity of their home, just like we are doing right now.
Right. Can I add something? Add something. So based on my understanding about the poem, firstly, I really like this poem because if you guys notice, this poem is written in 1869. That is before the pandemic right now. So but this poem really display our new normal. Just notice that.
I just noticed it.
Yeah, just as I said, Rahman, I really agree what Rahman just said. where we do our quarantine, where people stay home, read book, and do other sort of activity. And if you guys notice, when most of us in the world quarantine, the earth begin to heal themselves. For example, in China, their crop pollution went down drastically, and even the famous river of Vienna in Italy, where dolphin came back to the river, is quite a shocking way to found that the real pollution, the real disease in the world is actually not COVID but human. Right, that's all from me. How about you guys?
Yeah, actually from my listening, right, actually I found that this poem is mostly talking about the someone who, how he going during like period in do when he stay at home, what he do, and then the things, the tasks that we're doing. Yeah, from my listening this one. Yeah.
I would like to add regarding the year that this poem was published, which is in 1869. Back then, there was another pandemic. It was, I think it's cholera pandemic. It was a thing back then. And from what I can find is that the cholera pandemic took about 40 million lives from 1865 and 1917. So there is an interesting fact on this poem, and the similarities between during that time and our current time, it's quite similar, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree with Luqman and Ammar, because actually the lifestyle we are experiencing currently actually is not new normal, and it was practicing by the people in the 1869. And apparently people do not learn from history, because we still underestimate the disease itself, and some people they don't even believe this is true, but they forgot about in history we have many the big spread of diseases around the world, like this one, the cholera, and then the Spanish flu, the H1N1, and then the SARS. So I think people can learn that a pandemic is happening all the time. It's not occur recently. How about the others thing?
I agree with Kaya about the we should learn from history, because of the history can teach us more about the in the futures if we learn about it. How about Jin Hao?
For me, I also quite agree with Kah Yang and also Ammar, Rahman. And because just now Ammar said that the earth will be healed by itself, because yeah, I very quite agree that because currently in Malaysia, for example, in taking Malaysia, because we currently living at here, the pandemic causes the lockdown with everyone can't go out for their life, so they stay home, which is the first part of the poem saying, and then the third, and then the last part of the thing, that even the earth begin to heal. So this pandemic because causes the and make basically this pandemic has a positive impact on the environment. And the environment started to heal, and for example, the Selangor area, the Sungai Klang begins to become the water quality become more clearer compared before the pandemic. So the the last part of the poem is quite relative for right now. So, and that's all from me. What about the others thinking?
Yeah, I do agree what you guys say just now. Actually, the COVID-19 period is one of the best time to let us to refine our progress right now and to rethink on the progress we are from the previous until right now to, and then we have the time to improve ourselves, like things, and then have the time to reheal them itself, and we have the chance to improve ourselves. So yeah. So how about Rahman?
As I say just now, I agree with the point that have been given because of what about the history. We can learn more about the history to teach us about how we can handle the things in the futures. Just that.
Thank you, Rahman. Kah Yang, can we wrap this up?
Yes. Okay, so in conclusion, all of us agree that this poem is quite related to our current lives and experience, although it was created by more than 100 years ago, and every one of us is enjoying this poem. And for today discussion video, all of us are very appreciate for Ammar, Luqman, and Rahman for this wonderful poem. And for next week, Kah Yang, Jiin Hao, and Jun Ho will be presenting the second poem about the COVID-19. Thank you very much and see you next week. Goodbye.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.